clubs out there that are in a similar situation, if not worse. I mean, Bolton aren't paying anybody at the moment, are they?
Well,
I'm not saying they should be deducting 9 points for that, but
the wording of it is the irony of it all. The wording of their ethos is profit and sustainability.
Exactly.
The EFL themselves have had to pay Bolton £160,000 in advance for them to carry on this season.
Right.
Now that's unsustainable. Bolton Wanderers are unsustainable.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford to finish the season.
So they've got themselves
this extra payment.
So they've got themselves into that mess.
Yeah.
So why aren't they being punished for it?
Your profit and sustainability is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because we are sustainable.
Yeah.
If the owners have overspent.
Yeah.
But if they're happy to put, Tom mentioned this last week. Them across the road, Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday, whoever.
Yeah.
If your owner is happy.
Yeah.
To keep putting the money in.
Yeah. Then
that's much more sustainable.
Yeah.
Than a Ken Anderson at Bolton who says, I want to sell, I'm not putting any more money in. I need this 160 grand from the EFL in advance to finish the season.
Yeah.
Who's sustainable? Blues or Bolton?
That says to me it's one rule for us and one for everybody else, potentially.
Possibly. I mean, look, I don't have an issue with the ruling because we have broke the rule. The EFL set the rule out and we broke it.
Yeah.
My issue is, which has been my issue since the start. Who are you picking on? You're saying you don't want another Portsmouth, you don't want another Charlton, you don't want this, that, and the other. But actually, us spending money for the first time in 8 years with owners that are happy to spend it, that's not creating a Portsmouth.
No.
You've allowed Bolton to create a Portsmouth by not paying their players and this, that, and the other, and they're not the ones being punished. But
no,
it's not a bitter thing.
No,
it's just a general question.
Yeah.
How are Bolton allowed to do this when surely this is the kind of what Bolton are doing now? It's the kind of thing that you want to stop, that you want to prevent. But
it's sad to see clubs like that where they are. I mean, you look at Coventry as well. And, you think about some of their history in the Premier League for so many years. So many good players have played for them, and where they are now. Portsmouth.
Coventry's issues with their owners.
Yeah.
And then the EFL were demanding to know where they were going to play their football. I don't even know if that's been resolved yet.
I'm not sure.
They were saying they might kick them out of the league if they haven't. Found somewhere to play their home games, and then there were rumours going around that Blues were going to allow
we offered
for them to play at St Andrews, and then the EFL were saying no because it's outside Coventry and we demand that you play in Coventry. So you're not helping yourself. You're setting out all these rules and laws and demands and things like that. Whereas actually, if you just used a little bit of common sense. And help these teams, not the owners, help the teams, because the owners I've got no sympathy for. I've got no sympathy for Ken Anderson. Ken Anderson deserves no respect or sympathy whatsoever. The way he's ran Bolton into the ground, and your Sisu's at Coventry and your Portsmouths and the I can't remember the guy's name at Charlton. Roman Chandler, is it? I think.
Yeah.
But,
Chandler. Yeah, they've made a mess, haven't they?
Those people are the sorts of people that are running clubs into the ground.
Yeah.
Our owners. We've made bad mistakes.
They have made mistakes
on footballing levels. But actually, they've got money and they're willing to spend it. Them across the road, their new owners are dirt rich.
Yeah.
And if they're happy to spend their own money, perhaps they should be allowed to do it.
It just certainly doesn't benefit the club financially, does it? In any way, this FFP rule doesn't benefit the club financially. It just sort of keeps it running as a business. Yeah, But
and maybe clubs will. Clubs will look at it and say, okay, Blues got punished 9 points.
Yeah,
might have to have a look actually. On the other hand, Wolves spent outrageous amounts of money. And it worked for them. They got promoted. So who cares? So actually, we will give it a go.
Yeah.
Because if we do spend a ton load of money, over the course of 3 seasons, we might go up.
Yeah.
And hey, presto, we're laughing again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So actually, will it?
It's a gamble, but
will it deter owners to spend it? I don't know because the reward of getting into the Premier League is so lucrative.
Absolutely. And even when you come down, you've got the parachute payments as well.
Yeah,
for three seasons.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
So you're covered for 3 years
helps,
after that.
Yeah.
So potentially, whatever happens, we're covered for the next. Well, if we go up, if we went up in the next 3 seasons, we're covered for the next 4 years.
Apologies for the stream going down.
Sorry about that.
It was only down for about a minute or so. But we're back up. As
in that time, Brummy Joe joined us. So welcome to Brummy Joe.
Well done. But I think that's the second week in a trot now. So I might revert back to the old software, the old system. Yeah.
Safe call.
Okay. Steve Portman says no guarantee of Shea leaving at the moment.
No,
there isn't. Apart from potentially close to £20 million and a player that actually could have left in January, and fair play to him, stuck around. You know, he knew what was hanging over us. He knew that there was the EFL hearing hanging over us, and offers were coming in for him. He could have played his hand and threatened to not try and not play and stuff like that, like players do. So, if he left, I wish him all the best, because he's given us a season that we can remember this year. And he's given us plenty of goals. But there's no guarantee that he'll leave. But
I think for me though, he does have to be careful where he goes, and the next move he makes, is a big decision for him.
Yeah,
because. You just look at, in the past, we've sent players up to the Premier League and they've not come. Jordan Much, I thought, was a good player for us in this division. Yeah. And then he moved up into moved up for a big move to. Was it Cardiff he went to from us? Or was it Cardiff? I think it was Cardiff.
I think it was Cardiff, and
Cardiff
then Palace, and then Palace.
Yeah. So you can go off the radar. You can be a forgotten man in a short space of time by going from the Championship to the Premier League.
Picked picked wisely. To be fair, Gray went to Leicester, and look what happened there. He's a Premier League winner, and Redmond is one of the stars at Southampton at the moment. So and it's about where you think you're going to develop as well. You remember, again, he's only 22, so he's got a lot of learning still. Go somewhere where they've got an attacking coach who he thinks he can work with and develop his game even more. And you are looking at a really serious prospect, I think.
But I think the whole squad, the demeanour amongst the players is excellent now.
Yeah.
They seem to be.
You can see it in them after the game on Saturday. They were absolutely thrilled to bits with that win. So.
Yeah. And when you see Adams interviewed or any shots of him, he just always looks happy. Yeah. And that's not just because he scored 22 goals this season. It's also because he's enjoying working for who. It's important to enjoy working for who you work for. Yeah. And I think that's the same amongst the whole squad. They enjoy working for Monk and his staff. And they've got a good unity.
You have to give the coaching staff massive credit. They have. You look at the state of the.
So that's probably the best comment of the night. It's come from Kevin Kelly. He says the biggest signing we can make is securing the services of Gary Monk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because you look at the atmosphere within the ground, within the fans, within the squad. Yeah. Before Monk came in under Cottrell, and it's night and day. It's evil. It's vile. Yeah. It's a putrid atmosphere. But Monk comes in, and sometimes it's easy. It's easier, not easy. It's easier when you've had such a bad environment that we had under Cottrell to come in and wipe your hands of it clean completely. Yeah. A little bit like Rowett when he took over from Clark. Yeah. But you've still got to do the job, and you've got to maintain it, and he's maintained it for 12 months now.
And you haven't got a lot of time to do it either, have you?
No, of course.
Obviously, he had, I think it was Middlesbrough the day after he came.
Yeah.
So I know we lost that game, but after that, even the performance against Middlesbrough after he'd had the squad for a day was much better than what we'd seen.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But obviously, once he'd had a week or two with the squad, the difference in the performances was just incredible, wasn't it? It really was.
Yeah.
We were a completely different team with the same players.
Yeah. Definitely, it's these same players now who are doing it still. So
now every week we do a draw.
Yeah.
All you need to do to get into this draw is to share the stream. So if you share the stream next week, then next week you go into a draw to win a bag full of goodies,
prizes,
and
what do shares make?
Prizes. That could be our new motto.
Could be.
Stronger together.
What do shares make?
Prizes. So I'll come round in a second with the old cup.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll let Paul draw.
No problem.
Paul says, I'm with you. I'm okay with it, but just wish it was longer for early bird. I was going back to the season tickets.
No, the old season tickets, yeah.
Wasn't it released today or yesterday?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday,
yeah, or Saturday. Was it Saturday, actually, after the game?
Didn't I read it was the 2nd of May when they're actually on sale?
Oh, okay, I think
they've announced all the prices.
There are increases and nobody seems to be...
Not a lot.
Oh, right, okay.
Mine's gone up £16.
Okay.
Which is less than £1 a game in this division, so I'm relatively content with that, actually, thanks, yeah.
So everybody seems quite happy with it, yeah. Is it normally this early?
Quite a few teams have done it. I think they want as many through the gate, of
course they do, yeah.
As possible. And actually, when you look at it, I think our financial year end is June, isn't it? So the more season ticket sales you get before the end of June goes into this financial year's accounts, which could help. So definitely. It's the early bird incentive. Is there to get as many through as possible, and they know what they're working with then as much as possible. So
I think for me as well, I'd like to also say that obviously we've praised and mentioned the staff for the squad and all the players on the field and obviously on the training ground, but I also want to mention the staff off the field, the likes of Claire and Davo, what they're doing in the community. We've never seen nothing like that before, have we?
No.
I've never seen
it's
nothing like that before. I know Andy Walker was involved in some stuff in the past, wasn't he? But not to this.
The inclusion of, it seems, as many people as possible.
It's just incredible. That lad that was at the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's
brilliant.
Yeah.
Really you can see the players as well. It doesn't look,
it doesn't look like a chore, does it? They want to be doing it.
You can. I suppose you can try sort of in a 30-second clip. You can put it on, but it genuinely doesn't look like that. It genuinely looks like the player. And when Claire and Davo have been on, they've expressed how fantastic the players have been with these people, with the kids and things like that. They are genuinely interested to help them out and make their day as special as possible.
Absolutely. I love the one of Shay Adams in Druids Heath when he's walking past all the flats. Have you seen that? When he's going to that guy's house.
Yeah, that's Charlie.
Oh, yeah, Charlie.
Brilliant shot that was.
Yeah, I've been to Charlie's house a few times. It's something to behold. Hardy Haas is loving the community involvement.
Absolutely, so am I.
Paulie says, goalkeeper, left-sided, centre-half, creative midfielder and quality striker needed. The spine of the team needs strengthening.
He's got 50 million.
Exactly, yeah.
I tend to agree with that, I must say.
Yeah.
If it was me, I don't want to criticise Camp. I do think he's done good as well as bad for us. He has had his bad moments, but he's had good moments as well. It was a good save. It was a good save Saturday he pulled off. Yeah. That wasn't easy to do. I know it was kind of there.
Yeah.
But it was good reactions from him. It was a good save.
The thing is, you are always going to get the 93rd minute where he came to catch it and dropped it.
Exactly.
You're always going to get that with him.
Exactly.
Actually, do you know what? It sort of makes it a little bit exciting unless it goes in and then you're absolutely throwing stuff at him. Do you know what I mean? But
overall, for what he's cost.
As a general goalkeeper, he put 1 foot wrong on Saturday. Thankfully, it didn't cost us. You're not really going to get a goalkeeper in this division who you can guarantee doesn't put a foot wrong every game.
No.
Yeah, I've said before, maintained on this show plenty of times, Stockdale put copious amounts of mistakes in. Kushak has made mistakes in the past. Goalkeepers will make mistakes. Joe Hart made mistakes. Ben Foster made mistakes.
Oh yeah. All goalkeepers make mistakes.
You're picking on every single one. You will always find something where you think, he could have done better there. But actually, you mentioned I think 11th clean sheet of the season.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
That's a fairly decent record, actually.
Credit to the defence for that as well.
Yeah, it's everybody. Of course, but not just the goalkeeper, but yeah.
But yeah, I think this is by far probably the best team Cam's played in, isn't it, in his career?
I'd have said so. Certainly better than last season.
I don't know what it was early in his career at Derby and when he was at Forest. I'm not sure where they finished or what that was like, but I think it was only sort of halfway up the championship, wasn't it? So, I think this is probably his best team he's played in.
Yeah. Season tickets were Saturday, apparently.
Saturday, I thought it was Saturday after the game they went on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick Walsby says he's looking forward to the new season already.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't finished this one yet.
Steve Palmer says £25 has gone up by.
It's £1 a game. If you're
he's loaded though.
well, that's true. If you can't really grumble a pound a game extra.
Really. Mike Smith says shoots ourselves in the foot for next season though. I don't know whether he's referring to the season ticket prices or.
I don't think a £20 pound increase will reduce season tickets dramatically.
No. I wouldn't think so, no.
And if we stay up and we put out a statement that Monk's staying or he signs a new contract and we make a decent signing, relatively early on and renew Morrison's contract, sign Gary Gardner maybe, I'm sure that the season tickets will start flying out the window.
Kevin Kelly said, what's the word on the TTS official box for next season? Well, our people are still talking to
some people.
Somebody, yeah.
Our people are talking to people with money.
Yeah.
Is the box in the stadium?
Yeah. We could do with one of those, yeah.
What, to record the show from, or...?
No,
for the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please,
match day
thank you.
hospitality.
Oh, right, okay.
That's right, yeah. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Old age pensioners have gone up £45.
But they're loaded. Old age pensioners are
You've
loaded.
started something.
They're the richest people in the world.
You shouldn't have said that.
You get what you pay for, though, don't you? I don't mind paying a bit more if our squad has been invested in and we've got a few more quality players in certain areas. For me, I think we're only 3 or 4 players short in that 11 of a good top sort of top 6 challenging team.
Possibly, yeah.
We've got the foundations there with the manager and the coaching staff. I think they are good enough to take us up. With the right backing.
You get what you pay for, unless you're an old age pensioner,
Yeah.
then you get it for free.
Oh, I dread to see all the comments going to come through in a bit. Yeah.
TV licence.
What's the news on Keith? Do we know?
It don't look good, does it? But I don't think we've officially had the scan results. But I know he had a scan today.
I saw him
saying about a year.
I saw him come out of the ground on Saturday.
Yeah.
And he had a brace on. He looked in an awful lot of pain.
Oh God.
And actually, I know it's difficult to compare because bodies are different, but watching women's football, there's an awful lot of ACL injuries in women's football. The way their knee is constructed a little bit differently, less support. There is an awful lot, and it just reminded me of an ACL. First thing I thought was ACL, and if it is, that's 9-10 months, and if it is, then you're not seeing him until 2020. I hope it's not the case, but that was just my initial thought.
Yeah, it don't look good.
But obviously, you have to wait for the swelling to go down in the knee before you can make any sort of judgment on, like you say, wait for a scan and stuff like that. But
yeah, it doesn't look good.
Initial reaction, I'd be surprised to see him before 2020 now.
And it was actually his own poor touch, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's caused. He won the ball. He did what he did best in the middle of the park, and he's broke through. And like you say, it's his poor touch that's give the defender a chance to get in. And he's just
one of them things when it 50-50 ball.
It's a really unfortunate one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Kevin Kelly's going back to the community work the Blues do. He says, Lee Camp, community work is great. Came round to my house with the washing up, broke a few plates, told him to take his gloves off.
Evil, that is. He was actually really good with...
It's a lady, wasn't it?
I can't remember her name. She's from Redditch Supporters Club. I should remember her name. I used to go with the Redditch Supporters Club a lot.
What's her name, yeah? I know you mean, yeah.
That's really annoying. He was fantastic with her as well. And I think he was the one who gave Anthony Routley went to the training ground and he gave them a few things as well, didn't he, for the Preston game? So he's done his bit as well.
Can we start saying sign Troy Deeney again?
No. You can start thanking Troy Deeney for yesterday.
I think Stephen Gill's trying to wind a certain person up. He says, who would you have, Stockdale or Camp?
I thought Nuno was a bit complacent yesterday. He took off his 2 best players. I know he's obviously a Blues chat show, but very good. I think he took off his 2 best players at 2-0 up. Thought he got the game right. That was
a strange one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then he invited them on.
It was a very Premier League move.
Yeah.
It was a Premier League move. We'll shut up shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backfired massively.
No focus on the fact that if you do lose, concede this, you've got extra time as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's for a cup final,
yeah. You got nothing to play for in the league.
No.
You're not going to break into the top 6, and you're not going to fall outside the top 10. And like you said, Jota especially. I love Neves anyway, but Jota especially was causing Watford's defence all sorts of problems. Yeah. And to take both of them off, like you say, just lost all momentum, and then in extra time you're really struggling to get it back, aren't you? But
I've got to say though, that Delafeo's first goal, if that was like, a top draw player, one of the elite players, it'd be on Sky Sports News every 5 minutes.
But that's the product of Barcelona.
That's what a goal that was.
Sort of technique it gets you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big hoo-ah about having the semi-finals at Wembley as well.
Yeah, one thing I've never agreed with. Never agreed with it at all. I think it takes a shine off the final. It's too expensive as well. Wembley's very expensive, and I just think the final's a lot more special when it's only the final that's there. That's just my opinion. I think they should be on neutral grounds.
I think Man City have got five trips to London in 14 games.
It's a lot.
Days.
They said on Talk Sport, didn't they? If you'd have gone to the last 4 Man City games, you'd have spent £1,600 without food and drink. Yeah. And that's why the ground was empty against Cardiff.
Yeah, and you couldn't understand it. Yeah. It's a lot. The club might have a ton load of money.
Only pensioners can afford that.
Exactly, unless you're over 65. You're really struggling to afford that kind of thing, aren't you? The one thing I'd say about the semi-finals at Wembley, obviously we've experienced winning a cup final at Wembley.
Yeah, absolutely,
ridiculously special. But actually, say Watford lose to City in the final, Watford fans will always have that winning feeling at Wembley. You can't take that away from them. I know they haven't won a trophy.
They haven't won anything, no.
I know, but
it'll still be a wonder
to have that winning feeling at Wembley. I think that's something you can't take away from support. I saw to be able to say I've seen my side win at Wembley. But then again, them across the road could say that as well, couldn't they? Because they've beat Liverpool there. But
all I know is we're the only West Midlands club to win a major trophy in high definition.
I still haven't got high definition.
We're the only West Midlands club to win a trophy that you could have watched on your iPhone.
Yeah.
True.
That's right, yeah. TTS box is a stall in the toilets at the back of the Tilton.
Yeah, that's about right. You're more than welcome to come watch from there if you want.
Or should we do the competition? Because I'm being reminded.
Go on then.
Also, 3-word review coming up shortly as well. If you can hear that popping noise, what it is, it's that stuff. That
bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap.
Is it?
Yeah. Every time
I'll have a bit of that.
Every time I go backwards,
can I take a bit of that home for?
No, you can't.
That'd be lovely. That would.
I thought it was people clapping, mate.
Here we go.
Apparently, Hazard's just scored a Shay Adams quality goal.
Here we go.
Oh, lovely.
Let's have a little rummage.
Yeah, go on, mate. The winner is
Stephen Craythorne.
Congratulations.
Someone's just put that lady's name on, Linda Goodman.
Linda.
Ah, yeah.
That's it.
Pop in again.
Linda.
Right.
Kevin French wants to fill the ground with OAPs.
So what I'll ask our viewers now is, let's say it's you now in the summer. You obviously be realistic. Let's say you've got, I don't know, a £10 million war chest to spend on the squad. What's the first position you improve in the team? And who realistically would you go for? Would you take Joe Hart back?
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of wages.
Do you not think he'd be willing to maybe take a bit less to play regular? And
you'd like to think so.
Yeah, he's obviously got connections with us anyway.
Yeah, I think he'll stay at Burnley. I think you're more likely to. I think Nick Pope's probably the one who'll leave Burnley. But
he's a good goalkeeper.
He's a good goalkeeper, so I don't think. I think he'd probably. There's a chance he'd stay in the Premier League, but yeah. I for me still, obviously I wouldn't be adverse to seeing Gary Gardner stay if it was 2-3 million.
No,
the transfer fee, but I'd still be going for another midfielder, someone who can put their foot on the ball.
That'd be your first priority.
Yeah. It has been for 2 or 3 years, and I think it still is.
Yeah.
Names coming to mind is difficult.
Yeah, of course.
Someone like Ryan Woods, who was at Brentford, who's now at Stoke.
Oliver Norwood.
Yeah, possibly. Sheffield United. But that sort of player who's happy to have the ball at his feet, you know, and can shift it quickly to the wide men or the front men. Someone like that, I think.
Who's the best type of player you've seen at Blues of that ilk?
In that manner, Ferguson was decent at it.
Fantastic player he was.
Keith Fahey was decent at it.
Yeah, Brian
Hughesy was excellent at it. But I think Hughesy was someone that would have wanted it a little bit further up, whereas Fahey and Ferguson could have had it anywhere and done it.
Yeah. Going back further than that, Mark Ward, you might be a bit young for Mark Ward, but he was a good player for us. Yeah. When Chris picks out a good pass, then he Mark Ward.
Oh yeah.
Good player.
But that sort of player would be my top priority for the summer.
Yeah, I think Ferguson and Bowyer together were a really good. You know,
they,
with a younger Craig Gardner
they
as well.
combined well, and you know, with that side gelled pretty well all around, didn't it? Yeah,
that's not a bad shout. Ray Price, Harry Arter is currently on loan at Cardiff.
Yeah,
so that type of player, he's that type of player, isn't he?
Would he drop to the Championship? I'm not sure.
I think he's going to anyway at Cardiff. To be honest,
yeah. Well, he's a Bournemouth. He's still technically a Bournemouth player, I think. So if he goes back to Bournemouth, they might be looking. You know, he might be looking to stay in the Premier League. But he's another one. You know, he's probably fitting quite well. I think he's a bit terrier-like as well, isn't he? But just someone who's willing to take a couple of seconds on the ball to assess his situation, you know, and see if we can do something a little bit different. You know?
Just going to the winner of the 3-word review. It's a good one, this is. From Mike Smith. Binoculars weren't working. Of course, a reference to
Spygate.
Oh, Bielsa. Very.
We have intelligent listeners, we do, I tell you. Mike Smith.
Well done, Mike. Very good. Well done. Very up-to-date reference.
So, just message me your details and I'll get a prize over to you. There we go.
Ray says £415 his season ticket in main stand. Why pay club class?
£415.
His season ticket is. It's actually not. It's not a terrible point.
No, it's not.
Because if you pay £415 in the main stand, you're actually looking at 3 decent stands.
Is that, you ain't going to like that though, is it? It's Ray Hopper who said that.
Whereas if you're in the cop,
it's a bit like you looking at.
Exactly. You two are the benefactors looking here.
You have the best view, basically.
Which one of us three is the main stand?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a fair point. Obviously, you know, if we were over in the main stand, it would be less of an eyesore.
Yeah.
You know, be looking at the Cop and Tilton joined together. And
Mike Smith has joined us tonight, and he says get in. So I think he's quite happy at winning his prize. Well done. And he also says his ticket is £555 in the Cop. It's quite expensive.
I think mine's £580 in club class.
Yeah,
but I get a free programme and my name on my seat as well.
Oh, wow. So you see,
2 S's. Spelt it right.
They got them the wrong way around. They got my dad's with my name on and mine with my dad's name on. That's the only thing that is a bit annoying. Excessive Blues say £255 for my renewal, and I'll bring my own seat.
A couple of announcements I've got to make. First, a get well soon. It's been a bad week, actually. The guys at the BCFC Fans Forum, who run another page, massive page and group, they were involved in a little accident last week, a little car accident, and they were in hospital for a bit. So, good luck to you guys. Get yourselves better. And also, we need to say, well done to the guy who's getting his tattoo as well. You know, the bloke who's having his tattoo adjusted for the 23rd. He's almost got it. He's almost there. So he just needs a few more quid. So so get on to him, and he'll be very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
I think he needs 500. Is it? I think 500. I don't think he's not far off.
He's not far off.
Yeah.
All right. So
there we go. £365 in Tilton.
Yeah, that's mine. 365.
365, yeah.
And that's in block 16.
I've got to say, this is the most I've enjoyed going for a good few years this season.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's got that feel back in it when you're in the place and the game's on. You've got that buzz back in you.
You feel like you're in games rather than just going thinking how many we're losing by this week.
Yeah, we have been through some bleak times, haven't we, over the last few years?
We have.
You go back, obviously, to Clark's days, but, you know, obviously he was working with nothing, wasn't he, really, you know?
Yeah.
So he did well to keep us up, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, I know he wasn't the best manager in the world, but he did...
Certainly, that's the one thing I would agree right there.
But he did do well to keep us up with what he had, really.
Kev Kelling says, club class £580. It's the same spot where I stood on the old Cop Terrace. It's basically where I used to stand as well.
Yeah.
Just where the stream of urine would go down.
Did that cost you 500?
Yeah, no.
No.
It was 50 pence or it was nothing at half time.
That might be roughly about where my name is now.
Yeah, that's right. Nick Wellsbury wants Sam Gallagher Blues return. He wants him back now.
I'd like to see that.
Sam Gallagher?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
I see it as a bit of a step backwards.
For him? Or us?
For us, don't you think? No?
It depends. For me, he's shown a lot of potential once he was put up front eventually. You know, he had a good goal run, and then he got injured, didn't he? I know he played the last game against Fulham under Monk, but other than that, I don't think he played at all for Monk.
No, he went Duke Adams, didn't he?
Yeah, so I think for me,
from when he came in,
yeah. So I would love to see him work with BT and just to see because who would have predicted at the start of this season, from what we saw of Shay Adams before this season, that he was going to get 22 goals.
Yeah,
you know. So just for that reason alone, what he's brought out of Shay Adams and Djukovic as well.
Yeah,
you know, I would just love to see it. You know, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but...
And Ray's just reminding me about the awards, which I didn't want to talk about, but thanks, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wants to know how many votes were we out. Well, I think we were about probably about 40 to 50 votes out of getting in the...
we got top 25,
top 25 in the country, yeah. That's quite
still good, isn't it? I mean, how many is there altogether?
Well...
We don't
There's an awful lot of football podcasts out there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's some massive ones. You know, half a
I
million
was looking at
followers.
I was looking at the finalists, and they're all 10,000 plus followers on Twitter, and you're struggling to compete against that lot, aren't you? So with the popularity they come with.
Yeah.
I won't mention the fact that my other podcast got in.
Oh, I know about that one. Yeah. I know about that. We ain't going to talk about that. But yeah, there were also 6 Villa entries that made it into the awards. Yeah, well done.
They're too busy watching ours anyway. They're fans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's amazing.
And the one that I've watched is just so awful.
Yeah.
But there you go. I'm not bitter at all.
So Wednesday night then.
Yes, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Wednesday night. Sheffield United obviously coming here is going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
They're a good team, the same as Leeds are. But there's no reason why we can't beat them like we beat Leeds.
No.
You know.
No, I think. Well, if you'd have asked me before Saturday, I'd have said I'd have fancied our chances more against Sheffield United than Leeds.
Right.
Sheffield United are a very organised side. 1 to 11, they know exactly what they're doing. I think Leeds. I saw Leeds as a more classy team, a more flair kind of team, and I thought we'd struggle a little bit more with that. But the way we defended, it gave me a lot of confidence actually. And I think Sheffield United won't. Monk will know exactly what you're going to get with them. The way Chris Wilder sets them up, he's very regimented. But yeah, I think we've got to look at what we can do to teams as well, rather than worry about what they can do.
Absolutely,
and we
can hurt teams with our players.
We showed on Saturday that we're more than capable of creating chances and getting at teams. So.
Yeah, and when Shay's on form like that, he's unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no reason. I mean, he'll be up for this against his old team as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So there's no reason why.
I'm sure he'll be getting a fair bit of stick from the away supporters. So, he'll want to make a point, definitely.
Of course, yeah. Predictions?
Well, I was just looking through a few stats before the show. Remember when they chucked away a 3-0 lead at Villa?
Yeah.
Not long ago, Sheffield United.
I do, yeah.
Since then, they've played 4 away games and haven't conceded.
Right, okay.
And they've won.
So all good things come to an end.
They've won 3 of them 1-0 and the other one 0-0.
Okay.
So they have. It seems like they've made a very clear intent to that's not going to happen again. What happened at Villa Park?
Right. Yeah.
So I think they'll come resolute. I think they'll come looking to try and keep a clean sheet. I think I said 1-1 against Leeds. So I will go the same again, and I'll go 1-1.
Okay.
I think there'll be goals in it.
Yeah.
There'll be goals in it. Yeah, and I think old Billy Sharp will thereabouts.
Yeah.
I still fancy us to nick it though. I do. 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
I was going to say 2-1 as well.
Well, it might be 3-2. Might be 3-2.
Could be 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
Could
5
be.
goals in it.
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 as well.
Completely.
We haven't seen many 3-2.
Completely demolishing my stat about them coming and making it hard.
Yeah. Sorry. You're not always right.
No.
In fact, you're never right most times.
That's very true. Very, very
But
true.
Billy Sharp is a handful. He knows where the back of the net is, doesn't he?
Yeah,
So,
of course. You know, and I think McGoldrick got the goal against Preston on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, in which was a big win for them, considering Leeds lost. They've also, of course, got Scott Hogan on loan from them across the road. So if he's involved, I'm sure he'll want to, you know, make a point and do his old club a favour. But
Mark Duffy as well.
yeah, who made a nice little return last season. But yeah, last season I seem to remember they were, you know, on the verge of the playoffs last season, so it was a big game for them last season.
Yeah, we dented their hopes.
And they come and took the lead, like you say, with Duffy, and then we went on and beat them 2-1. So
yeah,
you know, we've shown that teams who are coming to us with a lot to play for, actually, it's not an easy place to come, and hopefully we can do what we did on Saturday and derail their promotion push.
Yeah.
Adam Wilkes reckons that you must have done some pre-show revision.
Just a little bit.
Because he's saying,
I've also done some
he's saying you
fruit switches
almost
as well.
sound professional.
I just know it off the top of my head.
Yeah,
on that intelligent. Yeah.
We did not rehearse this at all.
And then obviously next month, before the next show, we've got Ipswich away on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
So that's another one that I'll start with that one. I'll go for 2-0 to us.
Ooh.
I think we'll perform really well there, and I think we'll turn them over.
Bit of a funny game, that is.
It's been a while since we've won there, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still
we
go
don't
for it.
normally do well there.
I think we will.
It's a horrible place, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Horrible
went last
place to
season.
go to. Oh, yeah. We'll still nick it. 2-1.
2-1 again.
2-1 again, yeah.
Have you gone anything other than 2-1?
No, I haven't. No.
Has it ever been right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All
I'll do
right.
for me then.
So Ipswich have had 6-1-1 draws in their last 9 games.
Have they? You know more than me.
Yeah, they beat Bolton on Saturday, obviously, in that
Yeah.
battle for the bottom, which was their first win in 13 games. They are 13 points off Reading in 21st, with 18 points to play for. So assuming they don't win on tomorrow night,
Yeah.
we could mathematically relegate them on Saturday. So I think you know, there's a sombre mood around the club. I think they're, you know, already resigned to League One.
Yeah.
And I think if we take it, you know, we'll take a decent following again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll beat them 3-1 on Saturday.
I'll take that as well.
And mathematically relegate them.
Excellent.
Pete Taylor says, in typical Blues fashion, beat Sheffield, lose to Ipswich.
Well, do you know what though?
That is true.
I'd kind of, in a funny way, take it.
Yeah.
You know, if you offered me 6 after the Albion game, if you'd have offered me 6 points out of the next 9, I'd have taken
snapped
that
your
all
hand off,
day
wouldn't
long.
you?
So
Yeah, you wouldn't have moaned too much if we'd have lost
no.
to Leeds or Sheffield United and beat Ipswich, you know. So,
Yeah, of
but
course.
the frustration is if we do win Wednesday and then we lose at Ipswich, that's typical Blues, isn't it?
Yeah.
We beat the first and second team in the division and then we go to the team that's bottom and lose.
But I think if you beat Sheffield United, I think you really are starting to look and say, okay, you know, the relegation fears are starting to wane.
Yeah.
I mean, I said to you before, actually winning on Saturday has put us above QPR, and you know, we've got a better goal difference than QPR, so that, you know, we've dragged them into it as well. They're the ones looking over their shoulders even more so than us now. So the more points you pick up, you know, obviously there's only 6 games left of the season now. So
could we? Oh, we can't relegate them, can we?
Who, Ipswich? We could do.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, if they lose in the week,
Yeah.
and then we beat them, they can only pick up 12 points then, and they're only 13. They're 13 off Reading in 21st. So yeah, we could.
Ray's going for a draw. We don't normally win at Ipswich.
Yeah,
so
I don't remember. I've been a couple of times. I don't remember a particularly good away day at Ipswich, but
I remember us beating them back in the 90s when Furlong got a penalty.
Okay.
That's going back a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, I'm trying to think. Even in the League Cup semi-final.
We lost in the League Cup semi-final, didn't we?
Good job away goals didn't count. That was the first year, you know, away goals didn't count.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they got it back to 2-2 on aggregate.
Yeah, they would have gone through
it would have been game over.
Minutes, yeah,
they would have won on away goals, even though it was 2-2. So, you know, we obviously it didn't count as an away goal. And we managed to get to extra time and nick it sort of, was it 4-1 on the night, was it?
Yes.
In 2001? Was it 4-1 on the night and then we beat them 4-2 on...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 4-2 on aggregate.
4-2 on aggregate.
4-1 on
5-2 on aggregate.
4-1 on the night, yeah.
4.
Okay.
4-2, because we lost 1-0 at their place.
Of course, yeah. That was a good
game.
night.
Great game.
Yeah. We're into the last 15.
I know.
Hey.
Not just yet. My PA has just texted me, Adam, thank you, regarding Easter Monday. There won't be a show on Easter Monday, but we'll try and...
Easter Monday?
We'll try and sort something...
That's good, because I'll be in Alicante.
Well, there you go.
We've got Rotherham away, haven't we, Easter Monday?
All right, okay. So, well, maybe we'll either not have a show or we'll have a show later in the week.
Yeah.
And sort of,
Depending if I find a bar with decent Wi-Fi, I might do
there you go.
an Alicante special.
Oh, that'd be good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get the whole
Our
bar
man in
involved.
Alicante, we could call it, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could do.
A lot of people think you're reading from a Sky Sports app, dialogue. Yeah, there we go.
Handwritten
Preparation.
notes.
Ooh.
Handwritten notes.
And Paul Gill says, yeah, we can relegate Ipswich Saturday, I think. Let's do them.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
More
Why
than
not?
happy to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I think we could. Yeah, Kevin Kelly said, let's have an Alicante special.
See what I can do.
Yeah. Let's change a course of history. 2-0 Blues at Ipswich, says
that's what I've
Adam
said.
Wilkes. Okay. Right, then, it's all yours, Mr.
Okay,
Paul
so the last
Hipkiss.
15, obviously for Nick as well, I've thought the last 15, any players to do with football and hospitals.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's just for
and
Nick
what
as well.
we'll do is we won't talk about it till the last 2 or
No,
3
so
minutes. I'm going to
Brits-
write down the best.
10 seconds.
I'm going to write down the best ones.
Chris will pick the best ones. Pick obviously, put your comments in, your players to do with football and hospitals. And we'll go from there.
Okay. Miami to Alicante. What a come down, Mr. Pugh.
Well, it's Alicante first, and then Miami, you see, so it's an upgrade, really, when you look at it like that.
Mike Smith says, are you scribbling me crayons?
Le Bic.
Right. There are some good ones coming already, but so we won't talk about them.
No.
Let's carry on.
The first one you said has come up twice. So.
Yeah. We thought it would, didn't we? We did think of it.
So I think Wednesday night. I'm not going to be, to be honest. Don't think he'll change much Wednesday night.
No, I can't see it.
I think he'll go with Gardner and Davies in the middle. He'll go with Mahoney down the right and Magoma down the left.
Yeah.
And then the same front two as always, and the same back four as always.
Yeah.
That's what I think he'll do.
Yeah.
And hopefully
he threw me a couple of times on Saturday when he brought Harding on. I actually thought he was going to go 3 at the back and have wing backs with Collan and Pedersen.
Yeah.
But he put Collan into midfield and put Harding at right back.
Yeah.
And then when he brought Hotter on for Mahoney, I thought he was going to put Collan to right mid to help Harding. And then he
didn't
left
do either.
him there. He put Hotter at right mid. So he threw me a couple of times on Saturday, but
all good decisions though.
Yeah,
they all paid off.
It worked. Collan in midfield actually did a really good job.
Did really well. Yeah.
Here's a good question to keep you talking about. Is would we bring anyone out of the youth team up to first team rather than spend thousands and millions?
I'd love to see that, especially a striker who's going to bag a lot of goals. I mean, I've never seen it in my time going down the Blues. I don't think we've had one since Trevor Francis had it for our academy.
AJ had it for a while, but
not for us, really.
Not for an extended period of time.
He was more at Crystal Palace when he moved on.
That's
it's a shame that was, because I think he probably could have been a Blues legend, but he stayed.
But yeah, I mean, Beatty mentioned about Jude Bellingham. He's been involved, not in the squad, but been involved with the squad, travelling to games a couple of times.
Yeah,
he looks like someone who who could come through. But
Yeah.
I mean, then you've got the other side of the coin with was it Mitchell, the young lad who's going to Southampton for like 300 grand.
Yeah.
If you've got a really, really talented one, they're going before they're 15, 16, unfortunately. That's the reality of being a Blues rather than a Premier League team. So you'd like to see it. It's always really good for supporters. Wes Harding is doing it at the moment, obviously. I
think Lakin has showed quality at times.
Yeah, and they've obviously got big plans for Lakin, tying him down to a new contract. So
another one we got as well is Seddon as well, left back.
He's been on loan, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think he probably could come back next season.
Yeah.
And probably be bedded in to sort of back up Pedestals.
Who's the lad that's just gone off now? Who was sold last week for £1 million?
Yeah, that was Mitchell, wasn't it? Yeah.
But the academy, obviously, with Robbo and Beale involved with the players, they do bring them through for us, and they do a good job, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're doing ever so well in their league.
Yeah.
So I think certainly with Robbo there as well.
It's good grounding, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but obviously it is a big step up. But the likes of Harding and Lakin, when they've played, have shown that they are capable of playing in the first team. They don't look overawed by it.
No.
So hopefully there can be a few more over the years. But like you say, I think really, really top class. Your Grays and Redmonds and Butlands, I think those days are.
It'd be nice to see someone else emerge like that.
It'd be lovely, but like I say, I think if they're anywhere near that standard by the time they're 15, 16, they're off at Premier League clubs anyway before you even get the chance to see them. So
yeah. But that Bellingham, he was out there Saturday before the game. He was warming up with sort of having a kick at the players. So,
but it's really good. It's really good to see that say Adams does leave in the summer. I'm sure we'll look to replace him as well. But actually giving Bellingham a sighter of what it's like to be in and around the squad. We'll stand him in good stead, and if he is called upon, even if it's for a couple of cup games next season, then he knows what's in store for him.
Yeah, definitely.
You're all right in there.
Oh dear! Yeah. I'll read them out later. But,
So it's exciting times. Obviously, get this season. Out the way now, really, to be honest. Let's get this season out the way. Get this last 6 games done. And then we can look forward to a summer.
You want a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't want the season to end like with 5 defeats and a draw.
No.
And we stay up. We stay up panicking. You want a bit of momentum going into the summer, a bit of a feel-good factor.
Yeah. I think they'll do it. I've got every faith in. I've got every faith in them doing that.
Nick wants to know who do we think for the playoffs?
Who's going up automatically?
But not going to be there.
6 games to go. Who's going up top 2?
Norwich, I think, are going to win it.
I can't see them being stopped now. Yeah.
And I think Sheffield United will get second. I think we'll beat them Wednesday, but I think they'll get second.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leeds will just filter out a bit. They do. They tend to, don't they? So I think
Leeds are going to do it. I think it's Leeds' year.
Do you?
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think playoffs.
So that will leave Leeds or Sheffield United in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Albion.
So let's say it's Leeds in the playoffs. Yeah. What I'm saying.
Albion are there.
Yeah. And then it's potentially either them or Derby or
Bristol City.
Or
Hull are in it.
Middlesbrough
are in it, but Middlesbrough in a terrible run. Forest are still in it.
Sheffield Wednesday could.
Rotherham, still
really
mathematically,
good
yeah.
I'm going to say in the playoffs, West Brom.
West Brom to go up.
Yeah, in the playoffs, and they'll beat Villa in the final.
Well, as it stands, they play each other in the semis, 4th and 5th, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't think the Villa are going to get anywhere in the playoffs, do we? No.
No, but I think West Brom will be 4th and Villa will be potentially 6th.
Okay.
And they'll play Leeds in the semi-final.
I really hope.
I hope I'm wrong. Obviously,
we won't see a West Brom v Villa.
I hope right now that they don't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
I'm worried if they do.
I know. Me
Is
too.
it 6 on the bounce now? Games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think obviously Means has made a huge difference to them.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
But when you're in the playoffs, anything I don't tend to agree with the fact that if you've got, I think Fulham did it last year, didn't they? Had the momentum going into the playoffs, but there's been plenty of occasions where the team who sneak in lose in the semi-finals and things like that. I think it's just a lottery. I don't think there's not a science or an art behind winning in the playoffs.
Well, do you say Fulham had the momentum last year? We beat them, didn't we?
On the last day, yeah.
And then they only just beat Derby. They lost at Derby, didn't they? 1-0.
Yeah. So they had to win 2-0. I think.
Did they win 2-0 in the second leg? So they didn't win comfortably to get to the final.
No.
And then in the final itself,
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a one-sided affair by any means, but
no.
Yeah, teams have finished third and gone up. Teams have finished sixth and gone up. But
I was in Turkey watching that game last year. I was in a resort where they didn't have like a sports bar.
Yeah,
okay.
I was watching Villa Fulham in a cinema, in like a kids' cinema, where they streamed it on the big screen for just me.
Yeah,
and it was just me in a massive cinema all to myself, running around with like all-inclusive drinks, going absolutely nuts.
Whereabouts in Turkey? Whereabouts in Turkey?
I was in Sorgun.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Centauri Hotel in Sorgun. Yeah, it was a fantastic day that was. So yeah.
Kevin Kelly says, "Who's the late runner into the playoffs? Is it Forest?
There's always the
could potentially be.
It could be,
or Bristol City. I know they're in there now, but they've come from nowhere.
Yeah, Derby will score goals. I think they're getting a couple of players back. Mason Mount's come back into the side, and they've looked better. They've scored 9 goals in the last 2 games. And goals will definitely obviously help.
It's difficult to predict it without seeing the fixtures as well for each team.
Yeah. I think them across the road have got Leeds and Norwich to play.
I know obviously Derby have got to come to us, and obviously Sheffield United have.
Yeah.
And have we got any of them away? Anything? No. I think them for the top teams.
Yeah. We've got Rotherham, Ipswich, and Reading away.
And Wigan at home.
Derby at home, Sheffield United at home. That's our last 6. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can all stop now. Stop it.
Give it a rest.
Right, give it a rest. Right, so I'll go through the. I'll be as quick as I can.
We've got 5 to pick from.
You're having a laugh. I'll go through really quick. Okay.
Go on then.
Joe Hart operation. X-ray Houghton. Mark Ward, inevitably. Otter burn unit. Peter Crutch. Andy leg fracture. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Joe Trolley Lolly. Martin O'Connery.
Coronary.
Yeah. X-ray parlour. George Plaster of Paris. Joe Hartlands. Jack Wheelchair. Bed Pandiani. No,
Rehab Mahrez, Mark Wommel there. Mark Womwell, sorry, Mark.
Mark
Womwell.
This one's a winner. Stephen Carr, park charges.
that fits perfectly with hospitals, doesn't it?
Nearly. Peter Bedpanner, Darren Nurse, and Robin Van Nursey. There you go. That's it. I don't do anymore.
And I'll add Darren Stretcher in there.
Fantastic.
What a
thoroughly enjoyable couple of minutes.
For me, it's got to be the Stephen Carr park charges.
Yeah, I think so.
That's brilliant.
I think so.
Well done. Ray BCFC says Derby, Bristol City and Villa. 2 out of them 3 to be in the top 6. Bristol City,
it's mad. Middlesbrough have lost 6 in a row and they're still only 2 points off. They're a side that you think if they get their act together should be capable of stringing together 3 or 4 wins on the bounce. But I think it'll be Sheffield United, Albion, them, and Derby. I think we'll get playoffs.
Be interesting to see. It's gonna go to the wire. That is, that 5th and 6th place.
Yeah,
I think West Brom
there's
and
a
Leeds
hell of a lot. Obviously there's only 6 games to go, so it could all change by next week, as there's 2 games this week. But it looks like you could have 3 or 4 going for a couple of places on the last day, which should make it exciting.
For the neutral, if there is such a thing, watching the Championship this season has been outstanding.
It's getting better every season.
League One's the one to watch. Have you seen the bottom of League One? There is, I think Bradford are a little bit cut adrift now at the bottom, I think there is 6 points separating 23rd and 13th.
Yeah. So anyone
anyone in the bottom half of the table could be in the relegation zone within 2 games. It is ridiculous how close that is.
Yeah, it's going to go to the wire though for that 5th and 6th.
Yeah,
place.
I think
it'll go to the last day.
It could go to the last day for the top 2 as well.
Yeah, it could do. Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, I've just got a feeling Sheffield United are going to do it. I don't know what.
Just quickly before we go, next women's fixtures.
Yeah, so we didn't mention last week the Arsenal game at home. Unfortunately, we lost 1-0, but it was a better second half. Was a much better shift. The next game is Everton away on the 17th of April. The last home game of the season is at St Andrews on the 28th of April.
Oh, good.
And that's against Liverpool.
What day is that?
Which is Sunday the 28th. I think we've got Wigan on the 27th.
Yep.
At home. And then the last home game of the season for the women is on the 28th, which is the Sunday against Liverpool. And like I said, at St Andrews, so it could be it'd be great to see a decent attendance for the last game of the season. Make it 2 days out at St Andrews over the weekend, which would be excellent.
Well, there you go. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you, Chris Pugh. Thank you to our special guest,
Thank you,
Paul.
My pleasure.
Hipkiss.
Thank you, Paul.
Many thanks. And we'll see you again next week. Ciao, a bit.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's see you in the cup, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the pointed roll. When we sing together, we're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?